going on, Jerome's? Minnesota Vikings rookies reported to TCO Performance Center Bar and Grill, along with some select veterans. Everyone else will be there on Tuesday, and things are happening. All right, so training camp is afoot for the Vikes, and it looks to be an interesting season as the Vikings have turned the page. I like the Metallica version better than Bob Seger. I understand that that's sacrilege. Don't care. Look how much I care. But yeah, the Vikings moved on to quarterback as well as talisman on the edge. So it's a new day, a new dawn, and we got some over-unders for the Viking squad this season. First up, over-under 2.5 starts for J.J. McCarthy. So basically it comes down to, the caveat that it's not injury related. So it's performance or merit based. So either Darnold stinks or McCarthy is just that good. I've gone back and forth in this. And it does seem like Kevin O'Connell is fully dedicated for the redshirt season for McCarthy. So as of right now, I'm actually going to say under 2.5 starts for McCarthy this season. And it's not so much lack of talent. I think that it's just O'Connell wants him to have a completely firm footing underneath him. So it isn't a sink or swim baptism by fire situation. Although, I sort of go back and forth. I see the logic of it. Like, my brain says yes, my heart says let's just see the kid. Because J.J. McCarthy has a hose for an arm. Next, number 2, over under 1.5 UDFAs make the 53. So for the Vikings, I do think that Gabriel Davis as well as Dwight McLaughlin, the cornerback from Arkansas / LSU, will make the 53. So in this one, I am going to say over. I think Gabriel Murphy, give him some time, and I understand he went undrafted because people wondered, well, is it just because he was opposite of Latu, or and he didn't check the boxes physically? But he's just the guy that can get to the quarterback, and at the end of the day, that's the name of the game. And number 3, over under 1,800.5 receiving yards for Justin Jefferson this season. Gonna go with the over. Actually, let's get a little bit spicy. To Jets 2K. I'm going to say under because he'll get exactly 2,000. Wouldn't that be funny? Now, so that would bug me. Like, if Jefferson got exactly 2,000, but then some nerd will go back to like the week 4 games, like,
actually, he was given a half yard extra, so we need to amend the record book.
Oh, is that the premise of the movie Mr. 3000? R.I.P. Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was great, man. But yeah, I think that Jefferson truly is quarterback proof, and whether it's Darnold or McCarthy, like JJ is going to get his, or Jets is going to get. First off, who started the whole JJ thing? Because Jefferson says that he never even went by JJ at all. Is that Paul Allen? Is that PA? Do we have PA to blame for JJ Bay? I think so. Next, over under 4.5 games missed for Hockenson. Now, this is not a don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby, potential injury later on in the season. I'm talking about how many games is he going to miss at the start of the year. So over under 4.5 games, I'm going to go with the under. I think that he will miss exactly 4. So you could say that would put him in line for returning in London. Would that make sense? Him coming off the PUP or short-term IR? Don't know. But I think that Hockenson will miss exactly 4. And we'll just go from there. Next up, number 5, over under 2.5 starting guards. So actually having some guard competition this season. Is there going to be over or under 2.5 starting guards? So Brandel, Ed Ingram, Dalton Reisner. Even though it'll be a true blue competition during the training camp and preseason, I think that once the 2 starting guards are established, I think that they'll hang on to the job throughout the season because also I think the specter of them losing their jobs could actually inspire them to play a little bit better ball. That's how it is, man, because it's very easy to get complacent when you know that there isn't anyone on the roster to replace you, which is no bueno. So I'm glad that they brought in competition, and whether it's Brandel and Ingram and Reisner, Brandel and Reisner, whoever starts, may the best 2 dudes get the job. There you go. So I'm going to go under on that one. Number 6, 9.5 Dallas Turner sacks his rookie season. So we said double digits are within reach. I'm going to go way over. I'm going to say that Diamond Dallas Turner is going to get 17. 12.5 sacks his rookie year. Just putting it on the table, as well as waltzing away with the Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Next up, number 7, 0.5 games suspended for Addison. So a couple things here. Number 1, since it appears that alcohol may not be the cause of the DUI arrest or alleged DUI, so the NFL doesn't have like automatic baseline punishments, which is 3 games. And also, it could take a while for this to get adjudicated, and the NFL generally waits until the legal process plays out. But, the Vikings don't. The Vikings, as a team, do not have to wait. So I actually think that they will suspend Addison for a game for conduct detrimental to the team. And like we said before, the kid has a lot of talent. He seems like a good kid, maybe a little bit immature and misguided, but he keeps putting himself in spots where very terrible and tragic things could happen. And he has to stop doing that. He has to understand that. And as a guy who is about the money, take away some of his money. Take away a game check and go from there. Also, the suspension would void the guarantees remaining in his rookie contract, so that could be a way to get his attention. So I actually do think that the Vikings will suspend Addison a game, but we'll see. Number 8, defense ranked 10.5 in the NFL. So now we decided to simplify this, saying better or worse, because it can be kind of misconstrued if you say like over under 10.5, because it's like the movie Big Trouble. Well, we're arriving, but we're departing. But I actually do think that Brian Flores is going to get this defense souped up. They jumped from bottom of the league to about middle of the table last year. I think that they will make an assault into the top 10, and I do think that the Vikings defense will be better than 10.5 this season. And also, I don't think that they're going to have to blitz as much as they did last year. I think that they will be able to organically get pressure with 4, which is an absolute treat, absolute dreamboat. Just getting pressure with 4, dropping 7 in coverage. Also, you don't know which 4 are coming at you, so let's go, baby. Next up, number 9, 1.5 Viking seasons for Darnold. I'm still going to say under. So even though we said under 2.5 starts for McCarthy, I think that Darnold will be very good this year. I think he'll be good, but not good enough where the Vikings are looking to extend him long term. I think that he finds some middle ground there where he shows that he is a competent NFL starter, still young. He's only going to be 28 next year. I think the Vikings are able to tag and trade him for a couple of draft picks. So that's a great spot and great foresight by Kwesi there. Next up, number 10. 6.5 wins for the Vikings. Over. Actually, way over. Yeah, because all the haters and the losers just want to poo-poo on the Vikings, saying like, they have such a tough schedule. They got to play the Vikings too. No problem. And every single week, this team is going to get better. They're going to grow and show. They're one of the youngest squads in the league, and they are going to surprise a lot of people. I mean, this offense, whether it's Darnold or McCarthy, could easily be top 15. Actually, hell, could easily be top 10. And the defense, like we said, could be top 10. So you have a team that has a top 10 offense, top 10 defense, special teams doesn't kick us in the groin, and you're going to say that they're going to win 5-6 games? Nah, son. So we'll actually expand this. Missed it. Over 7.5 wins, and even 8. Over 8.5 wins. There you go. Won't go any farther than that, because not gonna lie, right now, given the youth of this team, and also the hard schedule, would you take nine wins right now? I think you would. But I do think that the Vikings have a little bit of 2023 Texans in them, although we did say that McCarthy was going to be under 2.5 starts. But even with Darnold, I think that they are going to surprise a lot of people. I think that they will go 10-7. I think that they'll contend for the wild card and potentially even the division and go from there. So they ain't dead yet. I understand that. First off, the Lions are going to go 14-3, and then the Packers are going to go 13-4, and then the Bears are going to go 12-5. Okay, sure. Blah 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 blah. Also, what annoys me too is like when people do like their season predictions around the league, they don't total up the numbers. So there's like 70 more wins out there than are mathematically possible, which it's annoying, but. Sorry. Anyways, your thoughts are thoughts. Over-unders for the Vikings this season. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. While support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.